So I get this question a lot from people in California. Sonora says, most of us knew this. My question is, what do we do that we don't have the same air quality that we did in the 70s? And this is in response to my video about the new study that was just released by USC that debunks the price gouging myth, mostly pushed by Gavin Newsom. So let's talk about that. California has had their clean burning fuel for, I think it's been about 40 years now. They've had this for a very long time. And that is essentially what they needed to clear up the smog and the air pollution in the state of California. But what the state of California has done since then goes far beyond cleaning up the air and the smog. That is 5% of what they've done. They could have done the clean burning fuel, right, and instituted that. Gas prices would have been a little bit higher. You could easily say average price of gas in California would be roughly 40, 50 cents a gallon higher than the rest of the country. I think that sells. I think people are perfectly fine with that. But it's all of the other things that were done that has not improved air quality one bit that has really driven up the price of gasoline. This all started with the intent to clean up the smog in California, and it worked. The thing is, they kept going and kept going and kept going. Why does someone in the state of California have to pay an additional $1.64 a gallon in taxes and fees? I pay 20 cents in the state of Oklahoma. Taxes and fees, 20 cents. California, $1.64. And people will say, well, Oklahoma's a small state with not a lot of population. California's a big state. Yeah, they have a lot more people paying that tax. They shouldn't have to pay that much. There's 40 million people in California. The number of drivers pays the tax. It doesn't have to be exorbitant, and it is. Driving businesses out of your state that provide these services leaves you with much less supply and higher prices. That has nothing to do with air quality. You're still importing and using all that oil that you would be producing yourself. It's like, not in my backyard. We're still going to use it. Yeah, we're still going to use it. We're just not going to produce it here. That makes no sense. You're importing the dirtiest produced oil in the world to replace the oil that you can produce 100 times cleaner. 100 times cleaner. Easily. That just makes no sense. So the point is, what the state of California has done goes way beyond just the air quality. You can 10,000% manage your air quality in the state of California without people having to pay $5 for a gallon of gas or $6. You can absolutely do that. All of that extra stuff is simply extra stuff. The majority of pollution created by fossil fuels is not created in the extraction of it. It's created in the use of it. So if you are still going to use it, what good are you doing by just buying it somewhere else? What good are you doing for the environment? Thanks.